All right, good morning. Hello. Back in run 8, gonna do some Riceboro Southern. So we're loaded up here at the yard, Southover Yard in Savannah, just up the road from Hinesville and Richmond Hill. We're gonna run down into Riceboro with the CEFX unit just because it's a leaser and we don't have any Dash 8s, some B truck Dash 8s. Ex Norfolk Southern, so this is what we're going to use. We do have some nice switchers down in Riceboro that we'll use. But we got our train set up. Let's go ahead and fire this one up. Crow Holler, good morning. Hello. Righty, right. All right, we'll let that thing warm up a little bit. All right, so let's get our tags on. All right, we are picking up. These are outbound here. I believe we're picking up these, both cuts here. Yeah, these empties, these are going down to the little intermodal yard that Chemtall place has. And then some stuff over here. I don't know if we're going to be able to haul it. We might just get this string for now. Because these are definitely all gone. Because we got wood chips. That's going international paper. So Riceboro Southern's only got 3 customers. 2 of them are pretty damn big. And then there's one little tiny one that's like kind of a little offshoot warehouse of one of the big ones down there. So yeah, actually I think we're going to get this cut. Let's run over on that cut. Because that's a pretty big cut right there. And then we'll take them down into the yard that we have at Riceboro. And start busting it up with the MP15s we got down there. I guess the beacon's on by default. Oh no, we'll worry about the radio. When we get out there, I don't think that intertrack over there is anywhere near needing the radio for the main line anyway, so we should be able to skedaddle over there and grab it. We do have some cars we're gonna have to pull out once we get down there. Early in the morning, the sun just coming up. Riceboro Southern is a pretty much Monday to Friday operation. So it's what's it, Tuesday? So pretty much makes sense. All right, which track is it? Here, train running by. There we go. Very nice. Right. Okay, so it's this cut here. I think we actually could have cut over back there. I mean, we could have backed up and pulled forward. Wouldn't have made much difference. All right, these are the mains. Only two we really got to worry about, so we're good. Yep, that's our cut right there. Good deal. All right, first track. I don't know what track this is. I don't really know the track layout of Southover. All right, so this is us right here. All right, back her up. Go get on our cut. I already took out a bunch of the busy work, setting this cut. It's going down to Riceboro, because we're going to have plenty of busy work once we get to Riceboro. So, yeah. Davis Tago, what's up, man? Long time no see. Got Construction Sim, $10. Man, I haven't played that in a fresh, hot minute. I know back last time I played there weren't any DLCs. I feel like there's a bunch of DLCs for that now, right? I've been fanboying out with a lot of sim racers lately. Like, I've been waiting for Le Mans Ultimate to go on sale. And the spring sale started, which I've been waiting on. And Le Mans Ultimate is not cheap to begin with. And they dropped it down a whole whopping 10%. So, I mean, I saved $5, but hell, I got it. But I guarantee you, summer sale come around, it'll be like 30% off. All right, we're good on that switch. Bunch of pretty useless ones, yeah. Machinery DLCs. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of look at it like Farm Sim, you know, which I've not touched that in a hot minute either. I've been meaning to get back on Farm Sim. I don't even have it installed right now. good time waster games, you know? You know, sometimes, like, you just want to play something and throw on a stream or, like, a podcast or listen to some music or whatever. Like, games like that are perfect for that. Kick back and play, spend hours without even noticing it. Yeah, precise. Much precise. Bump the time up a little bit. It's a little dark. Make it 8:30. Here we go. Get the sunlight. Get some sunlight. Alright, we close. And then we ball. Alright, we in there. Pumping that air. Alright, we'll throw an EOT on the back. And we'll do the air cheat. EO-tizzle. There we go. F7. Hear that bad boy running. Alright, let's double check. These are our cars. They are indeed. Alright, can we pull? Can we pull? Alright, 10 loads, 43 empties, 2,900 tons, 3,000 feet. Woo! Says it's 50 degrees up here this morning in Savannah. It's pretty chilly down here this morning. It was 45 this morning. Alright, HPT. Uh-oh. Does that really say? Oh, dear Lord. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's find out. Let's find I think it's just 1. Yeah, that's not bad. It's flat as hell, so I was thinking it was 0.1. Okay. It's still early. It's still early. Alright, let's get our map on. Alright, there goes that ethanol. Okay, that's ethanol, right? What is that? I hate CSX numbers. Let's see. Riceboro Southern. We're going to double click that bad boy. And we'll get up to the light and holler it. Auto. Wait a minute. There we go. I had auto applied. Auto brake when I did the F7 deal. So our flow is jacked up looking. Have a fun prank idea. Eat dragon fruits and your pee becomes red. What? Is that really a thing? Oh my god, dude. I'm pretty sure I've had dragon fruit before, but not in like its purest natural form in massive quantities. That's crazy, man. I don't know if I'd be wanting to pee red. Can't wait for the next Conjuring installment. There's another Conjuring movie? I was not aware of that. Yeah, we're just dragging the brakes right now. No big deal. Definitely not all the way equalized just yet. Go ahead and check our swatches. There we go. We got that one. Alright, so we're gonna have to hit it and quit it right at the signal bridge. No mistake, it says ate a bunch of veggies, green ones, and my poo is slightly green. That's fantastic. The only thing I can think of that's anything similar to what you're talking about is asparagus, man. Like I can eat asparagus, and in like 5 minutes, if you pee, it just reeks of asparagus. It's insane. All right, tags off. All right, let's see. Brake pipe 89. CFM still on 9. It's going down though. I mean, it's slightly damaging equipment, but hey, I'm no pro. Give me like a forklift or a fishing sim, and then I'll be IRL guy does thing on game guy. Alright, come on, you son of a bitch. Alright, CFM down to 5. It's getting now. $3,000 feet. I could have done 2 engines, you know, but my thing is I want to be jockeying the throttle, you know. I don't want to just put it and run 4 and just kick back and sip a margarita, you know, like it's boring. I want to be underpowered. Until you can't meet track limit, then I don't. Then I want to be overpowered. It's a thin line to walk. Very thin. All right. So if auto gets us out onto the main line, it shouldn't take us more than about 20, 25, 30 minutes to get down there. As long as no weirdnesses happen. All right, let's see what he say. Answering CSX FA dispatch, Savannah, Georgia, acknowledged. Proceed on signal indication. Damn, I think he already hooked us up. I see the yellow down there. What a bro. What a bro. Davis Taken says next Conjuring installment is going to be the last one. Based on the I read that and I thought you said Smurf. Smurl? Smurl family haunting. I haven't heard of that. Conjuring movies are good though. Yeah, he gave us a signal. How about that? How about that? All right, here we are. And here, where are we going? So right behind that K train there. I don't believe there's anything coming from Ludowici. So we should be gravy. Conjuring's better than Insidious. Yeah, Insidious is those were good too. And to be honest, they're kind of confusing, the two, you know? Because they got the same vibe. But Insidious is more, I'd say, like fantastical, more fantasy, you know? Whereas what's cool about The Conjuring is it's based on true stories, or alleged true stories, obviously. But it's like that in the Nun movies, you know, all those spin-offs of the Nuns. Like the first one was effing creepy. The second one was okay. But then it's just like they keep reaching, you know, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for plots. Alright, 3513, proceed on signal indication, says dispatch. Yeah, he's lining us out little by little. Maybe we can get all the way down there. Do a little run by, check the train. A lot of tanks, a lot of box, hoppers. Name mistaken, this movie is called Dark Nuns. Dark Nuns. All right, there she blows. Hit that transition. Always some motherfucker ringing my damn doorbell. I swear to God, man. We get so many solicitors in this neighborhood. At least like twice a week. I like to watch them on the camera I have out front just to see how long they'll wait around, hoping they'll get some random poor old person that they can try and sell on whatever they're selling. Yeah, go ahead and leave your flyer and walk away. Man, it's so irritating. Yeah, bye-bye. 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 Walk down the sidewalk. Yeah, it's either telecom people trying to sell internet, or it's roofers. They're not roofers, you know, but companies that sell roofing services, like finders, essentially. So irritating, man. Got signs everywhere. It says no solicitation. I guess they're, I guess that doesn't apply to them. Slug, what's up, man? Post 13, no defects, repeat. Did you hear a defect detector? I thought I did for a minute, but I couldn't tell if it was that or the music. Highway 204. Or actually, no, that's the bypass, I believe. So you don't have to go down Abercorn, which is like the main road that goes through Savannah. Alright, looks like he's got us lined down, I believe. Well, hold on. Dude, I clicked that shit. Do I have to manually do that? Might be because it's part of the Nahunta and not Savannah. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that, because this is supposed to be switched. And I already clicked that before we left, so... Not sure what's going on there. He's got us lined all the way out there. Boy, you ain't right. Name's taken says roofers, people that do roofies. Yeah, I mean, a lot of roofers wouldn't, you know, it's like drywallers, kind of same vein. same kind of deal. Pulpit 767, this is run 8. Alright, we go. Out in the marsh. Be cool if we had some actual razor grass or sawgrass out there. Yeah, he's... Man, I don't know if we got to do that manually or what. Kind of throwing me off that he's got us up to milepost 510. Maybe he won't throw it over till we get a little closer. Pulpit, when it comes to like operations, run 8 hands down. That's the problem with train sims, and you know there's quite a few of them out there, but they all kind of do their own thing. You know, there's not one well-rounded one. I'm sure there's folks out there that'll tell you there is. You know, just my personal stinky opinion. You know, if you want to run actual trains and actual places as close pretty much to the real thing as you can get, run 8 is the ticket. Train Sim World is basically for looks. That's pretty much it. Like I can't even force myself to open Train Sim World anymore. It's just so limited. With the American stuff, anyway. I love the German stuff in Train Sim World, and I'm kind of wanting the Dutch add-on that's coming for Train Sim World. But as far as like American stuff, it's definitely run 8. Train Sim World is just. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. There's some decent stuff. They've made some decent stuff as of late, i.e., the MetroLink equipment. But again, it's just boring as hell. I mean, if you're into just looking at it, kind of drooling over it, maybe taking pictures, stuff like that, then yeah, it's fine. But like operationally, God, especially on the Metro Link, because it's all single track. You're hardly ever going to see any other trains. And locomotive-wise, you're going one way, because it's cab car back the other way. So it just seems like that's all they're focusing on is commuter shit for Train Sim World, which is kind of understandable because that's pretty much all they've done well on the American front. Slug says, old UP40 unit. Yeah, it's a leaser. Because we don't really have any, like, road power for Riceboro Southern. Or at least I haven't seen any. Like, Georgia Central shit. We do have two MP15s, which are where we're going. Where once we get this train down there, we're going to bust them up with the switchers. Those are Riceboro Southern, but we don't have any actual rostered, you know, stuff. Like Riceboro Southern used a lot of ex-Norfolk Southern Dash 8s, like beat truck Dash 8s, which is kind of cool. Not gonna lie, kind of cool. You know, it'd be sweet if we had something like that, but we don't. So, I was kind of hoping somebody in the Run 8 community would make, you know, a patched NS unit, you know, that we could use Riceboro Southern. Rusty Buttons, what's up? Hello, hello. So yeah, I just got the CEFX unit because I figured, what the hell, it's a leaser, you know, leasers get around, although they predominantly kind of stay in specific areas. But, I don't know. Alright, he just, Otto just said, I can't get you a routing right now. Bro, don't even be playing with me. I already told you where I want to go. I wonder if he can throw that switch. Yeah, see, it says cancel my routing, so the routing is in there. He says, okie dokie, it's just a red signal, it won't hurt you. Snarky bastard. Slick says, you see they made the crocodile. Yeah, the Mittenwald Bond, that's another one that I wanted to check out, but it's, you know, I don't have a money tree in the backyard. I wish I did, but when it comes to stuff like that in Train Sim World, for example, you know, I look at it like a value to time played ratio, and it just doesn't fit for me. And that's why I haven't picked up Mittenwald Bond or the that Metrolink engine that came out. You know, it's just like, you know, it's like acquiring things. You know, it's like a digital museum. It's like, what am I gonna do with it? You know, like I've already spent way too much money. I wish I hadn't on Train Sim World. Dude, is he not going to switch us in there? I'm highly confused about this. Because we're going to need to apply brakes here shortly. I guess Maybe I gotta do that by myself? Because it's go time. We gotta do something. Oh god! We fell in the river. Yeah, we're gonna shut him down. Okay, let's see if it'll even let me do it though. Because if you're in the middle of a switch or something, might be weird. Can't click that. So how the hell? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, we gravy. All right. Rolling across the Oglethorpe. The Og. They mistaken says Train Sim World, more like Train Sim Europe. Pretty much. Pretty much. It really does seem like they're going to stick with just commuter stuff. I mean, they do have that High Iron Simulations skin pack, which is basically all they did was take stuff that Dovetail built and put reskins, and they're selling you reskins and scenarios. Like, you can get all that shit for free, man. Crazy. Alright, we will re-engage old Auto as soon as we get our ass end off here. Yeah, Slug, and I'm certain they'll be announcing Train Sim World 6 any day, week, month now. It's only a matter of time. And the only reason they do it is to hype it up, right? To get the new IP every time. The new store listings, Xbox, PlayStation, Epic, Steam. It's the only reason they do it. There's absolutely no need to do it. But they do it anyway. Because it's Dovetail. It's just like... Papa says, shame you can only buy this with a credit card. Yeah, it's kind of old school in that way. I mean, you don't need a credit card. You can use a debit card. All right, let's go ahead and fire auto back on. It's not really gonna affect us. Just made all those poor AI trains slam on the brakes. All right, now we're back in the boonies. We'll go through Richmond Hill. It's not extremely flat back here, though. There is a bit of a grade profile. Definitely, definitely. Old track, though. So it's pretty slow. It's like 20-25 the whole way. Luckily, we don't have, but yeah, like 6 miles, I think. About 6 miles. But oddly enough, like, I feel like this is some of the best scenery in the Savannah Sub. You know, it's almost like it was built for Riceboro Southern. As weird as that sounds. Gatto! How's my favorite Mitch Egyptian? Mish Egyptian. What's going on, Gatto? Thank you for the bits, man. Good morning. Did you notice the missing detail in the free ACE pack? No. What are you talking about? There was definitely a croissant in the cab. Paul Pitt says, "Is this U.S. only? Run 8? Yeah, it's North American, right?" All right, now we're going back uphill. All right, so quasi day in the life of Riceboro Southern operations. We essentially skipped the. I mean, we didn't really skip anything, but a crew would have taken outbound. I mean, well, it's actually like the chicken or the egg type of situation. So they either would have taken stuff outbound from Riceboro to Savannah and dropped off loads. You know, we're kind of doing it the other way, I guess. So we're getting stuff sitting up at the yard, the interchange with CSX, taking it down to Riceboro as Riceboro Southern. And then we're going to get down there. Riceboro Southern, they've actually got a pretty good sized yard down there. About maybe 500-foot tracks. And then there's kind of like an extra, not really a yard, but it's down towards I-95. It's an extra track you can use. And then we're going to switch out some stuff down yonder once we get there. Slug says the front windows on all ACE units are missing the window defrost stripe detail. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think of that. But I mean, also who cares, you know? For what it is, for a completely free mod, new model, sounds, physics, all that. I mean, it's probably the best thing that's come out that's not Searchlight simulations, probably ever. So, I mean, one little, you know, detail like that, meh. It's, you know, in the span of just pros and cons, it's pro all the way. Whereas most Dovetail games, schmeg is con all the way. What's going on there, boy? Like the American flag spiked this truck into the ground. Barrel in the ground. We'll fan it. We'll fan this bitch. I need my what's the foamer drink called, Run 8? Foamex, I think. Or it's like a pill or something. I need my Foamex. He launched his boat, but where's the trailer? It's like your average Florida boat ramp. I mean, you can literally, like, if you're bored and you live near, you know, the beach, the coast, river, whatever in Florida, if you're bored on a weekend, just go to your local boat ramp, put up a chair, get a few frosty ones out, and have a great time. Because there's a lot of idiots that do stuff like that. Oh, we slowed way down. Did the alerter get us? I feel like in Run 8, if you're in exterior, the alerter won't go off, right? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Plus, I didn't hear the e-brake discharge, which I'm certain you would have heard. Slug says the trailer's still back at the gas station. Oh, we were just going uphill, that's why. That's why. $787, what's up, buddy? That is a thing, okay. And see, that's the beauty of Run 8 as well. You know, those are things that you don't really see in Train Sim Classic or Train Sim World. I mean, to be fair, with some things in the formerly mentioned, if you are in an exterior view away from your train, you can still hear the alerter audibly, right, and clear it. With Train Sim Classic, you can't. Sometimes you'll get a pop-up, you know, on the screen, depending on what you're running. But yeah, that's one of the good things about Run 8. It's like, all right, you're outside, not going to mess you up, you're not going to hear it. Alright, we almost there. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with these cars. I think for the sake of train handling, movement, ease of use, we're gonna cut off this dash 2 and get the 2 switchers out and bust the train up. I think we'll go ahead and pull out all the cuts that are going back up to the interchange, and then we'll set them in the yard and then chuck in whatever's needed to be offloaded. We could, I was gonna say we could set this train and AI crew it, but where would it go? I mean, if you're gonna AI crew something, it's gotta be tagged properly, and plus we're not on like the map. We're not, you know, these tracks aren't on dispatch. So I'm kind of confused about that. All right, so the yard is this way. We could have backed it in, but we'll go like this. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, so we got 3 tracks and a run through. I mean, it's a pretty good sized yard for its tiny short line. But they handle a lot of cars back here, so. So that's international paper, that's Kimtal, or SN whatever, something, something. So I was thinking we could AI the recrew with a AI and hop in these goats here and just start pulling cars out. I don't know if you can do that though on branches, you know. Oh, here's one of the other. This place is essentially part of the chemical plant up there. Getta says, I like the Run 8 style of modeling the scenery. Only do what you have to do to keep the frame rate up. Well, that and, you know, where you're at operationally, you know. You're in the cab, you're on the ground, this is what you see. And I'm fine with that, especially when it comes to Jason's stuff from High Rail. I mean, hell, even John and the guys that he uses, like that, the AGS, the Birmingham route, like, that's a pretty damn good looking route. You know, to not be Western, you know, West Coast, which I feel guilty of not playing that. I considered playing that. We might do that next time. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, you know, if you want like pure scenery, go play Train Sim Classic, which even then, it's definitely not always the case. Or better yet, Trains. Like most people, that's why they play Trains or Transport Fever 2. Like, I've seen some amazing looking shit in Transport Fever 2. Trains, to me, is still always got that really goofy look. Like, everything is kind of glowing. It has this hazy, like, Vaseline smear to it. I mean, a lot of the assets look good, but I feel like the lighting and kind of the scale of things always looks a bit stupid to me. I've never been into Trains with a Z. But I feel like that's why there's a lot of decent modders and third-party vendors for Trains, because they don't have to do as many things. You know, they just basically have to make something look good, and that's it. They don't have to make it sound good. They don't have to make it run good. It's basically, it's model railroading in virtual form, you know? So it's like, you know, it's a jointed rail. They've got, you know, a 3,000 page catalog of awesome looking shit. Some of it's got decent sounds, but it's, you know, it's not well rounded, you know. And there aren't many things that are. . 787 says AGS route is excellent. Can't wait till the next phase. Yes, hell, absolutely. Yeah, I when it came out, I messed around with it for a little while, but then I kind of, like a lot of stuff that I play on PC, I go through swings, you know, phases, or I'll just get bored with something and move on to something else. And But it is a nice route. The other reason I haven't really run it is because I want to run some like standard cab 6 axles, you know, some of the dash 2s, and I don't have, like, the only things I don't have in run 8 are the dash 2 packs. I've only got 1 or 2 dash 2 packs, and so all of the Norfolk Southern stuff I can't run because I don't have those packs. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that's kept me away from AGS. Bro, when did we hit that hill? Oh my god, we're going 14 miles an hour. Now we're going downhill, 0.8. So you think like coastal Georgia and Florida, flat, but there are, you know, areas like this that go into these basins. And they'll catch you out, because they definitely just caught me out. Slick says, do you know those wood chip cars hauling chips that high are soaked down with water so chips don't blow out when running? Yeah, they do a lot of stuff like that. Not necessarily with water. Like I know some things, like, what is it, maybe sulfur, anything that's open, stuff that's like real powdery, they'll spray like a glycol type. It's almost like a glue. Like a sugary water glue to kind of keep the top layer intact, you know? But it also makes them heavy as shit, doesn't it? You know, watering down wood like that. You take wood and then you dunk it in water. It's like a log, you know, sitting on dry land and then letting it sit in the middle of a river for like 5 years and trying to lift it up. It's two different, totally different weights. Rusty Button says, I got put down this whole train sim hole due to your Fox Valley Corridor video. TSC is not playable for me, so the only way to have my hometown in a playable game is to make it in trains. What do you mean not playable? Like performance, the assets or lack of assets? Slug says train's been around since '04. It should say a lot. Well, I mean, hell, Train Sim Classic, where it, you know, its genesis, its inception was basically MSTS. Briss, what's going on, man? Long time no see, Briss. The Italian Stallion. Slug says, watch your amps, don't want the red line burnout. Yeah, it was, I just gripped it, ripped it into 8 because we slowed down way too much. I wasn't paying attention to the grade. Oh, sorry, 787. Just saw what you said, man. The Riceboro Southern branch. So on the map, you can get to it right here. Either that or like look at an industry that's in that area and do the transport to industry. We got 763 that we got to finish up. But I wanted to do some branch line stuff, so here we are. Here we be. So is there any way to AI recrew this thing? To get it to run to the yard? I think it's got to be like some mainline shit. Sadly. Gotta say, now I saw open rail shaft route looks so much more colorful and matched the area a lot better. Oh, versus the Train Sim Classic version? Yeah. That's kind of the limitation with Train Sim Classic is you can't... Nobody's really made any new ground textures, you know. And the ground texture limitation is just so bad in Train Sim Classic. It's just so low poly. KFC! So it sucks in that regard. In open rails, I feel like people, you know, they kind of have the same limitations, but they can make stuff look a lot better too. Rusty Butt says, style of play, can't make continuous world in TSC. Can't add or delete cars in real time, stuff like that. I got you. Well, yeah, I know you can recrew it, Slug, but since we're not on the dispatch screen and you can't have it stop at a position on the map, I don't know if we can do it since we're on a branch that's not on the map. $76. All right, here's one of the places. We're not going to hit this one, though. There's no way I'm going to cut this train up way out here. Plus, like, that's how I know that we're close to Riceboro Southern HQ is like when you see this spur right here, you're pretty much there. It's maybe a mile, if that. So we're basically there. Basically there. Fox Valley Corridor route in TSC is absolutely amazing, though. It is. That is one of my favorite. That's easily top 5. The dude that made that, some people just got passion, you know, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people got passion when it comes to stuff like that, right? Because obviously they wouldn't be into trains and railroading, etc., etc. But I just feel like some people have the eye where they can visualize something, how something may look or operate in real life, and then translate that into a game, and that's when you really have something truly special. And that's definitely one of those maps. Like the guy that's making like the 1940s, 1950s Iroquois prairie lands in like South Illinois. Another just epic looking map. I mean, it takes a long time. You got to place down a ton of assets. It can be, like shooting yourself in the foot, having to deal with a lot of that, but it's the end result is amazing. But there's a lot of good stuff like that out there. Like the French guys of all that used to make all the fictional routes and Train Sim Classic. Oh my god. There's a couple of them that are still hosted on Steam, but some of the shit he didn't host on Steam, and they were just amazing. They were 10 times better than anything that you're expected to pay $40 for. Sure, it doesn't come with scenarios, but let's be honest, who really runs scenarios? I mean, they're nice to have, but when you got companies like High Iron Simulations where they just make all these fantastical and fanatical scenarios that just aren't realistic at all, and that's what they base everything around, it's not the move. Where'd the train go? All right, we got a 15-mile-an-hour reduction in a mile and a half. Coming up over that hill. Oh, beautiful area, coastal Georgia, from Brunswick up to Savannah. Just gorgeous. And it's one of those areas that's been like untapped by the great migration during COVID. I'd live up here again in a heartbeat. A lot more quiet, a little bit slower. All right, there are the tanks, and that is our cutoff just ahead. Let's slow this puppy down a little bit. grabbed a little too much air. Don't say much over there, do you, Billy Bob? Just staring at the back of that damn panel. Eat too many paint chips as a boy. Alright, there's a switch. We already through it. Over at International Paper off to the left, there's a couple of cars that are still needed to be loaded or unloaded, I mean. So we're going to have to shuffle those around. What the hell happened to my visor? Why do I have like half a visor? The hell? The heck? I got the Temu visor. Temu? Temu? The Temu? Temu. Temu! Mom, can we have an SD40-2 visor? Mom says we have an SD40-2 visor at home. And that's it. Yeah, they got a nice little operation right here. They got this Y, they got a yard. They kind of got 2 yards. I mean, it's not really an extra yard. They got 1 yard, but they got like a ready track or like a storage track or something. They got some room down here. Now the trick is to see if we can fit this whole bad mamma jamma down in here. Alright, where is the switch? Switch? All right, we should have plenty of room to pull all the way forward down here. Okay, now we do. Man, this sumbitch is pretty long, and to think there was a lot more cars to bring down here from Savannah. Yard looking like it was stolen from Railroader? What do you mean? Oh my god, I hope we have enough room. My god. We should. This might take 2 tracks. Notch back down a little bit. Oh, like, I got you. I mean, it kind of looks like this, IRL. Alright, so this track can fit, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. About 32 cars. Pretty big. Pretty big track. And where's the end of this sumbitch? My lord, it goes around the corner. All right, there it is. Yeah, I always count cars like that. It's a bit dumb because obviously cars aren't all the same length. But it's just an approximation, a guesstimation. All right, we're gonna do a little tank slapping. Try and get away with the independent. All right, we can get by. Yeah, there's plenty of room right there. Okay. Oh dear Lord. Yep, yep, yep. That's a handbrake. That's a handbrake. There we go. Oh, this is gonna set off the. It's gonna set off the doohickey. The doohickey. Burn, 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 burn. Goes to show you never can tell. We got enough room right there, you think? Oh. Yeah, we should probably. I think we got enough room back there, but this one's a little too curved. That's a little too sketch. All right, pull a third. Burn. Ah, we got plenty of room up there, guys. We got plenty of room up there, boys. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, the other issue is oh shit. How was that switch straightened out just now? Big confuse. Big confuse. All right, on board. Back her up. We might be able to get the whole thing on these because we're going to have to bring out the ones sitting over at Kimtal. Yeah, we're going to have to do something with the engine too. I guess we can go and throw it in the fueling pocket where the switchers currently are. Gotta said, notice the car shape's kind of octagonal. Yeah, some of the older ones, like these, look effing amazing. The updated ones that we got, like those look. I still have to pinch myself that those are in run 8. But yeah, like these old ones, like the one I'm on. Good lord. And even the new box cars and the box car revamp that we got. That's a big ass yard, man. I keep thinking it's like half of what it actually is. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. No problem. We could have brought a train in here twice this, all day, every day. All right, we're gonna run this over to the fueling pocket, hop in the switchers, and get to work. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so we got plenty of room to put the outbound in. We'll put them in track 3. Just have to remember those are closest to the pass line. Alright, let's see how we is going to get in here. Oh, sweet ass. Sweet, sweet ass. We have 2 tracks at the fuel stand. I thought it was just 1. Beautiful. 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 Here's I-95 back here. So you can use, you got a little stub right there. You can shove some shit in. But, so you could either use this track, which that's probably just as long as one of the tracks over at the yard. You know, as long as you don't block off the Y there. So you've got plenty of room back here to do stuff. Slick said, I asked the other day in the live stream chat, simple question, and chat was lost. I said, what's the right way of climbing aboard a locomotive if you were on the engineer side? Wait a minute. What's... I don't think I follow the question. So you're already on the engineer side. me read that again. What's the right way of climbing aboard a locomotive if you were on the engineer's side? What do you mean, like front, back, the way you do it with hand and then foot? 3 points of contact? I'm not sure I understand. High speed mount. Oh, we missed. There we go. I've seen some crazy videos of crews getting on and off trains, particularly back in the old days before like all these safety regulations and nanny type things began. Like I've seen this one where this dude made it into like an art. He looked like a fucking ballerina. And the train was doing like a good clip. It was like 10, 15 mile an hour. But the way he got off, it was hilarious. And it was like he wasn't even bothered. He just got off and just started walking the same speed. It was like a cartoon. Name is taken, says, damn OSHA. I know, right? OSHA. All right, lined and locked. Let's bring her on back home. Gonna put her to bed. And get in them little orange goats. The Fanta engines. Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Naranja. Slick says, front on the ground before climbing aboard. Make sure you're doing right. This is the correct way to cost you a life. You mean like the engine in particular, right? Not the whole train? Damn, that thing just about fit in here. All right. Horn works. All right, so we have got couple of cars. All right, tagged with cities are going out. This one's going to Hong Kong, obviously. HK. What does that mean, really? I can't think of what town that is. HK. What is HK? Is it a yard? HK, Hong Kong. It's got to go to Hong Kong, right? I mean, it could. I mean, not the car isn't going to go to Hong Kong, but, you know, the shit inside of it very well could. All right, so all these going out. All these are going out. That one is staying. That's kind of like a parts car for, because Riceboro Southern's headquarters, yard, shops, office, whatever's down here. All these are going out. And these intermodals. It's interesting that, you know, some of these places in, well, all over really have their own little tiny like IM yards like that. It's just so strange to me. I mean, you got like 500 ports. You could take your damn pick anywhere you look, and you know, it's like, no, we're gonna go to this tiny intermodal yard in the middle of nowhere. That's what we're gonna do. Shit, we're in the wrong unit. I mean, I guess we could be in this one. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big dilly. Alright, first I'm gonna let the puppers out. And go ahead and feed them. Since it's already 12:30. I'm gonna get me a beverage. And we'll be right back. And continue. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. I'll be right back. All right, fellas, dogs are fed and have watered the grass with their urine. Let's turn some tricks. We need some tunes. We need some tunes, man. All right. Ed the Trucker, welcome and thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna pull out the empties, and then we're gonna get to work. All right, we can get rid of the EOT. All right. We're gonna go this way. Shit, it was already lined. There we go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right, we got a 15-minute speed ruling. 15-minute. Mile an hour. Minute per hour. Minute per hour. So that would be 60. Wait, no. Skeer. All right, run it back, big dog. I don't know what. I don't know what. I'll go back in there a minute. Gatto. I don't know what it means though. I'm taking a dive. All right, so we're grabbing that and that. Bow, bow. Need to set the lights on that rear unit. Three cars. 2. 1. Half. All right. She on now. All right, these are bottled up. When we grab these, we'll cut them all in. Such an epic Journey song. Especially the intro. They used it in the Tron remake. Epic scene. He's like firing up all the arcades and shit. Epic scene. Oh, let's see what it says, Gatto. It says pups, not butt heads, baby Bucci. Yeah, I don't know what that means. It's a... I don't know if it was in there by default. I don't think it was. This is a skin by somebody in the definitely not mods nor enhancement Discord. Because that would be illegal. Lined and locked. Back that ass up. We got one of these going to Birmingham. Other one going to Chicago. How would these get over to Birmingham? Something like this. Would this go up through like Kingsport? Or would it run through like down to Waycross Up to Atlanta. Half a car. There it is. In there like swimwear. Kermanich, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the Run 8 videos, YouTube. Always been who roots after watching your vids. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, there's a bunch of tanks. All right, so we got to go get those bear tables. They're empty wells anyway. And we need a thumbnail for the YouTubes. And that right there just might do it. The YouTubes. Say hi to YouTube, guys. Even though I don't think I have the chat screen on there. Uh, 787, hey, where'd you get the switcher for the Riceboro Southern? It's on the Run 8 Enhancement Discord. I don't know if you're on there or not, 787. A lot of good shit on there. A lot of good shit. Oh, that's another good tune. Bow, 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 bow now, bow now, bow, bow. All right, we're gonna be setting stuff out there. We do have to pick these up. These are going to Southover. Darn it. All right, these are going too. Okay. Let's see. So we're probably gonna have to run around. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring these out here and then run around them. Alright, the cars are now cut in. These aren't the strongest engines. Rusty Butt says, looking good. Oh, on Discord, yeah. I wish there was a website. Because one, you know, I don't know that the mods on... I guess you can just give an invite to the enhancement Discord. But sometimes there's some knuckleheads that get in there and do dumb shit. And they'll, you know, kind of lock it down for good measure. But I think it's pretty much open invitation. But what I was getting at, it'd be nice if there was a site that just had like a collection of everything. There is one, West End Simulations, for anybody that doesn't know about those, from Parker. Really good shit. Really good shit. West End Simulations. Alright, you're clear to switch. I'm talking to myself. Totally normal. Go ahead and back that thing up. All right, so how are we going to run around these? Try and figure this out. Bow, bow, bow out, bow out, bow, bow. Because we can actually use this track right here. Matter of fact. Yeah, run past the switch, lock it, line it, or line it and lock it, obviously. And then run around. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. But do we got enough room? Yeah, I got plenty of room down there. Plenty of room. That is what we will do. Slug said, no ditch lights, only allowed to do 25. Kermanich says, do you think Alabama route will be connected to Georgia? I don't know. I hope it goes up into Tennessee at least. Because, I mean, to do Georgia, we need Atlanta, right? And that's a tall order. Atlanta's pretty wild. Slug says, SW back in the day were known as pups because of their small, fun-sized shape. Like a fun-sized Snickers. Alright, we're just using loco brake right now, trying to get away with it. But the AGS deal, I don't know, because that's so AGS was like somebody that I guess John and the guys, you know, from Standard Run 8 West Coast side of things did. But it would be pretty badass if we somehow got, you know, Fitzgerald sub up there, and then we had some CSX and NS isms. That would be hella awesome. Alright, we just gotta clear that switch down there. We're gonna run around her. But I know Jason, High Rail, dude that did this route, said that we're definitely supposed to get, you know, a lot of the Port Savannah stuff. And then I swear he said at one point we might go all the way up to Lorton, which is like, because I thought that was his plan, was the entirety of the auto train, right? So that, I mean, that's a tall order too. That's a long ways. It's not super far, but We'll throw the handbrake on that one since we're going to be down there. Something tells me we're stretched. Oh my God, we're not. Okay, very cool. Gatto says, boy, oh boy, those locomotives are seriously bright safety oranges. Genesee in Wyoming for you. G and Dub. The most... God, I mean, they've got to be as big as the smallest class 1 by now. And they are not well loved. Line and locked. Back her up. Kermanich says, I'm waiting so bad for Modesto to be connected to Roseville. It would be so much fun. Yeah, there definitely needs to be a connection there, because, I mean, part of the Modesto line is an island, to a degree. But the Roseville sub definitely is as well. And you know, Sacramento's huge too. That's Sacramento's a big railroad town. I mean, that was it. Like, Sacramento was it back in the day, like in West Coast railroading's inception. Sacktown. And they've even got a river port in Sacramento, so I don't think it'd be, you know, that outlandish to see some cool IM operations, maybe some ships and stuff. Switch. It is high noon. All right. All right, so these cars we're picking up, I don't know where we're going to leave them because we're going to need to, we're going to have to block some of those cars that are in the yard. Just so it's not a complete pain in the ass. Yeah, I don't know, Slug. Google it. It might be, unless you already have Googled it. Alrighty, shove on back. Oh, we got a split hose, fellers. What the frig? What happened? Yeah, that is a good song. Good tune. This was the intro song to, and this is one of those things where you can tell someone's age. I want to say it was Gran Turismo 2. It was either Gran Turismo 2 or Gran Turismo 3. This was the intro song, and it was epic. Okay, what did we do here? What did we do? Like, how did I bust a hose pushing? I are confused. I hear it. Oh, son of a bitch. There it is, folks. Oh, God above. How in the world did this happen? Yeah, it's Panama, Gato. How in the world? This is no bueno. How the... I want to curse loudly right now. So how do we fix, guys? This is a test. Definitely not for my knowledge at all. Dude, how did the whole effing train get down there? But then, like, dude. My God. Alright, so I'm thinking we need to uncouple here. Well, of course it is. Of course it is. Yep. Of course it is. Of course it's stretched. And then we can push it at all. No, you can't. Bro. Woohoo. Alright, cocks are closed on that side. I guess this is one of those life lessons where you should back up over as many switches as possible before you start shoving back. You know, that may be in the line. One of those things. Yeah, you can't even... Bro, how do we... Alright, so that car is good. Ugh. I'm trying to F7 cheat it just enough to... Because this car's good, but it's so stretched that I can't... Jesus, man. I just got fired. You fired. You fired. Alright. Alright, released. Released. I mean, is it really though? Okay, thinking cap. This looks a screenshot at YouTube thumbnail. Docking you a month pay. Bro, how you intelligent, way more intelligent folks. How do we get out of this? We don't have RJ Corman we can call up, all right? So what we do? Kappa. All right, so the problem with uncoupling is it's so stretched out and it's not letting me shove, right? I think what we need to do is shove on that one. Okay. Bro, it's not even letting me move. I mean, we're on track here. You can't do anything, may need to drag them back. It's I'm getting a thing where like the engines aren't even responding. We're getting amps. Oh Lord, pray for us. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Rusty Button says F7 sheet air, turn cock, last car, air up front, have not shake. We're going with the flow, man. Like, the other issue is I don't know if we can pull this all the way back to throw that switch. I can't believe the whole goddamn train went past. You know what I'm saying? And then the switch all of a sudden was like, nope, I don't like it. Because we didn't come off that switch. I guess that's just so odd. Like, how did some of the cars go straight and some didn't, you know? Very odd. It's very strange. None of them derailed, though. So, I mean, that's, you know, silver linings. We'll take it. We'll take it, bud. All right, F7 cheat. All right, if you have a hand wheel manually turned, when you do F7, it'll turn them all off, right? Oh, we got plenty of room back here. Okay. Come on. All right, let's try that again, guys. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's why I don't get on Depot Plus. Right there. I'd be banned for life. Okay, switch. If you would please stay locked this time, that would be amazing. It'd be the most amazingest thing ever. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Here we go. Hey, Kermanich with the 40 bits on-screen thing that did not show up on screen for whatever reason. Thank you, man. Rusty Button says, I do it all the time working Colton Barstow, always with 10,000 feet behind me. Jesus. Cheese and crackers. Yeah, luckily this wasn't but a couple of cars, so. All good, it did show up. It did? Well, it didn't show up on my thingy-mabob. I appreciate that, though. Thank you. All right, we good. We didn't damage any cars. Just a little switch mishappage. I like these new trucks they added too. Very nice. Taking no time. All right, so we're picking these up and the empty wells. Yeah, and it's always these older yards like where we're at in these industries that were built a long time ago, probably haven't been updated ever, versus the more kind of symmetric, you know, um, little yards and shit and spurs. Rusty Button says too easy to miss a switch. Yeah, I don't understand how. We obviously ran past it, but I guess what happened is we only ran past it with the two engines and the two cars. Which I don't know, kind of sort of makes sense. I don't now I'm even more confused because I'm trying to think about it in a rational manner. All right, we're gonna leave these uncut. We'll go get these. Depot Plus is cool, but I'm too lazy to prepare for exams. They removed the Pennsylvania, unfortunately. I believe all the industry in South Fork. Yeah, that's another one I need to get into. Is the South Fork area is really nice. I totally botched that switch. And the I forget the name of the little area, the little town. Shit. The little town west of Altoona. It's got a bunch of industries in it. It's like a little valley. That's a fun place to work. Half a car. Yeah. Hollidaysburg. Ooh, a little spicy on that one. Muy caliente. All right. F7 Chisite. Yep. Did it throw a box? No, okay. Yo, hammer. Hammer time. Look at the tires on that thing. Mud tires. Mickey Thompson's. Alright, here we go. Son of a fuck. Excessive coupler. What'd I do this time? Bro! Okay, so some of these switches aren't springing out, which twice, guys, twice. God, I suck. All right. I don't know what the hell we're going to do about this because we can't shove them all the way back. Good Lord. Gatto says Shaw be drifting. Yeah, I'm getting the I need a Snickers area. Excessive coupler angle. Wait, why are all the handbrakes applied? What the hell? There we go. All right, let's see what happens. Oh God. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. Oh wait, hold on. Some of these cars are bottled up, ain't they? Okay, we closed these. Those were the only two that were poo-pooed, right? We're doing really well. Really, really well. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking maybe I can shove it back until this busted ass car gets back there, and then uncouple at the blue tank here, and then run forward and back on. If there's enough room. Yeah, she's not. Okay, let's try this. Okay. So F7, and then immediately close. Now the handbrakes aren't on. Trip PCS. Okay, so yeah. Now we gotta hope that the coupler. It's just looking at this. It's so depressing. All right, I got it says a couple front of the derailed car. But only the air. I don't know. You're better off uncoupling, methinks. Okay, yeah. So Because there's no way you can, like, move it over. In Railroader, you can do the kind of cheat where you can, like, shove it over. But then what? Jesus, dude. Jeez, this is cutting into the time I've got, too. Because I could just delete the car like a biatch. Delete 3 cars. Actually, I don't know. If I hit delete, it'll delete the whole damn train, won't it? Let's see, what do we got? 4 cars. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this. Dude, these switches at Riceboro ain't no joke. These switches don't play. Gotta says other end of the derail car, drag it back, straighten it out. Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Is I'm gonna try and grab. I'm gonna try and grab the busted ones. But the problem is it might drag it. It might drag this one on both tracks. I don't see why it couldn't. You could definitely Tokyo drift that bitch. But the problem is these cars. I don't know if there's enough room right there. We can split them up if need be. Could maybe fit 3 cars right there. We'll see. Wow, when this goes on YouTube, I should title it "How Not to Switch Cars." Don't do what I did. Yeah, welcome back, Slug. It's not gonna fit. Son of a bitch. God dang it. There we go. Dude, these little stubs are tiny because they're at such an angle. Like the length of the stub actually sucks. Like that one's curved, so it's a little better, but yeah. So I'm trying to just lessen the load, Gatto, and just have them right on the engine. Yeah, the problem is not obviously that I just suck, but I'm not really paying attention and taking my time, and I've never worked down here. So all these little switches are like throwing me off big time. I knew it. There we go. All right. Okay. We'll see if that did anything at all. All right, so like the issue is this one. Like, you guys, you think that one's gonna keep trying to go straight? It's hard to tell. I mean, the groove is in the straight, like it's going straight. All right, let's handbrake on that one. Handbrake on that one. Yeah, it's true, Slug. If this was Train Sim Classic or like Train Sim World, they'd be rubber banding and flying into the air. Insanity. Rusty Button says that have full brakes, notch 8, rev up, release brakes, push that back through. You think so? I mean, I guess we could try that. And then try pulling it if need be. 787 says I'd push that forward just a bit. You mean like that way? Only need a car length. Yeah, it's just one car. Sand. Oh wait, hold on. All right, Echo Cox closed. All right. All right, we're in switch 1. Ooh, we're making the rails sing. Oh, dear God, there's air. Is there any way to... Can you bleed the whole train? Like, I kind of don't want to go all out because I want a bit. Left control F7, Jesus. That was F7 something. Left shift, right shift, star. All right, let's see, because I want some brakes applied on the rear, so we got a little bit of stopping power. All right, so far so good. Now we just got to make sure we got enough room back here. I mean, I guess if necessary, I could uncouple the engines. Luckily, the air in these well cars are kind of helping slow us down when necessary. We might be able to get the engines in. At least if you were like a truck driver, like over-the-road truck driver, and you were waiting on a load or something, and you just got to see this shit unfold, you wouldn't be bored, you know? So there's that. Yeah, 1 engine length. I mean, it would be nice, but, you know, just for the sake of time, but... All right. Oh, shit, I already had that closed. I'm an idiot. 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 All right. Okay. Oh, son of a fucking motherless goat. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, coupler's open. I want to break something. Jesus Christ, dude. How? Like I kept I knew the switch was straight, right? But like even though I knew it was straight, it was throwing me off because we were with it open, right? Shoving the cars back. So in my mind, you know, we're lying to the left. Oh. No, we're good. Yeah, it's not real, so shit happens. Shit happens. Luckily, we're good. You know, once we get up here and throw this, we're gravy. Gravy. Gatto says the gift that keeps on giving. That it do. That it do. Alright, here we go. 2 hours later. Yeah, if we're lucky, that one, the MU'd engine is straight as well. Over the switch. All right. Skadoosh. Gatto, thank you for the bits, sir. 200 bitty. Thank you, man. All right. Let us be gone from this wretched place. Slick says, what do the bits even do? I mean, nothing really. It's just kind of like a tip, like buying somebody a beer or a coffee, like one of those things. some channels that are more technologically inclined have fancy things that go along with, you know, adding bits, etc. All right, all those are lined. I could see they were green. All right, this, you know, a lot of us learn by mistakes, right? At least I do. I'm like a hands-on learner. I could read something 50 times, it won't sink in. I've got to do something. You know, it's like medieval times when you're being knighted or nobilitized, they'd smack the fuck out of you, so you remembered it. You know, it's like one of those things. So I feel like we're gonna be good back here now. Like, it's one of those things that we gotta remember. All right, we got to be careful of these 3 tanks on the left because they are on the bumper. Can I get a witness? 77 says, sorry, Schnauz, I'm too cheap to give Twitch the premium they want for biddies. I'd rather sub or donate directly. Hey, I appreciate it anyway, dude. It's, and it is understandable because either way, Twitch is getting their pound of flesh, you know? And it's funny that with, like, bits, it's the same way. They're still making money off like a digital currency, for example, you know. It's crazy. It's like, guys, think about Steam, you know, Valve, Steam, all the games on Steam, and you know, whatever games are hosted on Steam, I think it's like 30%. They get 30%. Now, a big AAA studio, whatever, that's sneeze, you know. But a lot of your smaller indie devs, like, that's a huge portion. Sure, they do a lot to, you know, market your product and host it somewhere and take care of a lot of shit like that, but that's still a lot of money, you know. Can I get a witness? This sumbitch is on the bumper. Alright, cock is closed. Okay, so we're in... So we gotta go reverse. Alright, must remember to throw this switch on the way out. We got some weight now. Gato says, you're about to enter another dimension. A dimension not only for sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into the wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, The Sean Zone. Yeah, we're done. We're done. No more tomfoolery. Those 3 idiotic errors were like tattooed into my brain. Like a cattle brand. Could even hear the sizzling. All right. Still using independent. Doo-doo-doo-doo. 787 says, what bugs me about Twitch is now that they have a lot of ads, they still get too high premium on the stuff. Should go to the streamer. Yeah, and speaking of, I turned down the ads for anyone that may not be subbed. Hopefully it's not overbearing. I think I set it to 30 seconds an hour, I think. There's pre-rolls, but there's still a lot of shit that's just completely out of my hands as well. Same with YouTube. Like, YouTube's weird. You can have ads set. Like, you can go through and meticulously place them in YouTube, and they absolutely will not show up like that. There we go. Do 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 do. All right, we gravy. No switches yonder. That one's lined. Just got to pull out of here. I'm gonna throw that one back. Oh wait, that one's already done. It's this one here. Gatto says it was real, it was fun, but it wasn't real fun. Yeah, I agree with YouTube. Same thing. Like, I don't even know if there's... What is the... I think people that stream on YouTube, you can do what's called like a super member or some shit that doesn't show ads, but you're basically just paying YouTube. Kind of like Twitch Prime, I think. Do 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 do. But there's still like with YouTube and Twitch, I think, and I think 787 you mentioned it. If you are subscribed to certain channels, they'll have like the buffer ads, you know, like on the edge of your screen. They'll like shrink the media screen. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to think that like monetary things in the world have come down to ads, you know? It's like Twitter or X, whatever the fuck it's called now. Um, you know, even shit like Instagram and Facebook. It's all about like on that. I don't know anything about that kind of shit, but I do know that it's called impressions. And that's why, like, a lot of the dumb shit you'll see on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter are generally things that piss you off. Because 9 times out of 10, it's something you're going to click on and retort and be like, "You're a fucking idiot. I don't agree with that." Blah 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 blah. It's like that on purpose because it gets an impression, it gets a click, it gets a view, it gets a response, then it gains traction, and people get paid off that, which is insane. Because they're not doing anything. A lot of it is dumb shit. People are stealing a meme off somebody else and they'll post something underneath it that says, "What do you think about da 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 da?" And it's just the most basic bullshit, and people get paid for that. They get paid a lot, but it's still just highly irritating. Okay. Going in now. Yeah, we're going down this track right now. Skabloomers. Alright, we should be gravy. Okay, did I get these switchamaches right? Ah, we going to the yard. Yeah, it's crazy. Ads, man. Ads are wild. It's like your apps, you know, your TV apps, your programs, your motion pictures and your programs. Same thing there. It's used to get Amazon Prime, right? Then you got a bunch of shows and movies, and you're like, hell yeah. And then they started adding ads, which is what you paid for to not see ads. But they're going to show you ads anyway now, and there's not shit you can do about it. Although some apps have resorted to extra super duper premium membership where they're like, we really promise we won't show you ads. You know, it's like, what the fuck? You said that the first time. It's crazy. The world is just, it's one big advertisement, you know? Everywhere. It's crazy. Like, you drive around now and you see people's goddamn Instagram handles on the back of their trucks. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to look up your squatted, clapped out Chevrolet Instagram. But people do it. Yeah, even like businesses, they got the QR codes and etc. It's everywhere. What kind of tonnage we working with here? 1.3 HPT, 2200. Not too bad. All loaded. Yeah, it says social media, it's like a loose change jar everyone puts their 2 cents into. Yeah, Slug, that's true, man. I feel like that says a lot for the younger generation. You know, there aren't really practical things anymore. You know, a lot of these kids are growing up playing Roblox and Minecraft and shit, and they watch their biggest favorite streamers, and they're like, "Oh, I want to be a big streamer." You know, like I just do this to fuck around mainly. Like, there's absolutely no way I can make a living on this. Like, even if you were really good at something in this day and age that we're currently in, it would still be really, really tough. Unless, of course, you're some fake chick with extreme cleavage, you know, and that whole thing, which you're basically like a digital stripper. That's all that is. They're always going to get, you know, viewership. But, you know, like 10, 15 years ago, Jesus, even back, well, I'd say probably about 15 years ago, when it was first becoming a thing, it'd probably be a little bit easier because a lot of people didn't have the equipment. It wasn't as easy. A lot of people didn't have the right kind of internet, the speeds, you know, certain technology you would need to do such things, stream things. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying, Slug. I'm just saying, like, it's so saturated now, you know. And the shit that really gets me is like, you know, I don't consider myself any kind of big content creator, not in any regard. I I try to stay very humble and keep things pretty light. Um, you know, although I do have standards, but the thing that gets me now is like this is kind of a niche area, right? And in the last couple years, you'll get these videos with these gotcha half AI made thumbnails, um, you know, designed to get the kiddies clicks, and they have that fucking AI robot voice, you know, with like a slight accent, and that's the whole video. That is so infuriating. And there's a lot of that shit now. And then you'll have a lot of people that'll just straight up steal content. Which, again, is just like insane. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Nightbot said, "You can't say slots." Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's the wild west of like content, you know, online content and streaming and shit. And then a majority of the really crazy standard content now are like TikTok style, what YouTube even tried to do with their shorts. It's this constant dopamine hit of like, what's the next stupid 10-second video I can watch, you know? Crazy. Oh, look at the brakes. Look at the brakes. What the hell? Why are they doing that? Oh my god, the handbrake's on. Guys. Oh, guys. All right, to be fair, that wasn't a switch problem. That was a handbrake left on. Oh, meatloaf. I gotta know right now. All right, wood chip loads are coming in. These are going out, so we're gonna have to pull those out. Let me sleep on. All right, those are going out. There's another spot over here. Here it is. And these are all going out. Bro, why are they still smoking? Okay, it's released. Hot axle. Yes, I'd say. Hot axle. I love looking at my chat and it says Schnauzer Power added permitted term slots. God. It's just so weird to look at. It's like such a business-like manner. It's so weird. Permitted the term sluts. Big Hoss, what's up, man? Big Hoss says, yes, I'm an axle. Alright, we'll get the empty chip hoppers first. And then that way we can connect them with these two cuts. And then we'll cut them off over there and shove the loads back in there. $787 says, and the AI says that same effing thing that it said 2 minutes ago. Yeah, AI is just, it's not there. And I kind of hope it never gets there because, like, when you look at a lot of, like, the, what are they called, AI overviews? Get on the damn rail car, man. There we go. They're wrong as shit. They're so wrong. It'll be something like so random or so niche or specific. And it'll be just overtly incorrect. Crazy. Yeah, those AI thumbnails, like the worst of the dumb, like, train crash videos on YouTube. World's craziest train incidents. And it's got, like, 3 trains converging on the same track, and there's, like, people running in different directions, and it's so clearly AI. But they still get just shit tons of views. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy. Hey. Alright, we need to get on them right here. Alright, I have to remember these are not going out. And boom! Okay, so are these all? I think they're all hooked up. They're only split because of the road. Alright, we got some girth now for these little suckers. Yeah, we just gotta be careful not to pop these knuckles. Be real gentle like. Yeah, Supertramp's one of those good bands. This is like the kind of shit I would wake up to on a Saturday. My dad would be listening to in the house. All right, run 4. All right, we should be good. Right. All right. We got plenty of room, so we're shoving back forward right about here. We're gonna get them tanks and these boxcars. And then we got to shove the loaded chips back in. It's kind of weird to me that they receive chips. Like, you would think they'd be sending chips. That's so confusing. Oh no, Slug. We're done with jacked up switches, my dude. What kind of HPT we rocking right now? 0.8. Woo, he's getting close. It's a good thing it's flat. Ish. Alright, start throttling down. Gonna use a little bit of train brake. And release the train brake. All right. Back forward. Yeah, these new truck models are nice. Yeah, this is about all these little MPs got. I'm in run 8. Alright, start throttling back down. Let me go too quick back here anyway. All these switches and tight, cravey tracks. If you've got a thick yard, you know, a lot of shit to bring from Southover, this is one of those jobs that you'll be working all day. I mean, unless you've got, you know, you're playing online with somebody and you got a couple extra hands, maybe an extra engine back here. This is definitely all day, every weekday thing. Hey, thanks for being here, 787. See you, man. Keep it on the right tracks. Yeah, it's about sandwich o'clock. I didn't realize how friggin' late it was already. All right, a little bit of train brake. Oh, God. All right, release the train brake. Independent full 2 miles an hour. Bam, boy. Choo. Okay, I hit the screenshot button by accident. There we go. Oh, there's plenty of room back yonder. Dude, this is a serious operation for a little short line. I mean, good lord. But, guys, I am going to save it right here. And we're going to pick it up because we're only halfway done, man. We didn't even touch the shit we brought. And it's been 3.5 hours. 3 hours, 40 minutes. Mind you, we did have 3 track drifts. So that was very unfortunate. But thanks for being here, guys. We will pick up and wrap this up. And we got to get back and get the A763 local done as well. Today, Tuesday. Might be back tomorrow. Might try to be back tomorrow. But Thursday or Friday, if everything pans out. I got some shit I got to do to the truck, so we'll see what happens with the free time. But thanks for being here, guys. Hopefully see you next time. Bye.